At the start of the 1800s, religious groups started to promote temperance to the general public by justifying the decision with biblical references from the Old Testament. This worked for a large amount of people. The only problem was that anyone who was not religious did not see the importance of them changing a glass of alcohol for a glass of water. To convince the unconverted and uninterested, they resorted to sneaky tactics as a way to make temperance seem both interesting and logical. But like any cause, you are going to get people who do not believe in what you are promoting. These were the ones who drank beer on a daily basis, just like their ancestors had done for 1,000 years. This resulted in the church coming up with a new way, since those facts would not be worth 2 shillings to anyone who would not listen. At the start, organised temperance societies would bring an advocate or preacher from a distant town as another way to convert people, as it got people to see alcohol as a peculiar and unnatural creature. By 1830, temperance societies in both Lancashire and York had gained 23,000 paying members, their own newspaper known as the Temperance Society's Record, and 60,000 registered abstainers.
I like whiskey, I always did, and that is why I never drink it.
Over the years, the temperance movement gained several powerful and dedicated missionaries. Some had become national celebrities throughout the United Kingdom. A man of the church called Father Theobald Matthew from Cork had nearly 5 million abstainers by 1841. This was amazing considering the population of Ireland today is only 5,090,000.
Taste every fruit of every tree in the garden at least once. It is an insult to creation not to experience it fully. Temperance is wickedness.
In 1853, the United Kingdom Alliance was formed, which aimed at promoting a law prohibiting the sale of alcohol in the UK. This hardline group of prohibitionists was opposed by the other temperance organisations, who preferred moral persuasion to a legal ban. A famous organisation at the time called Band of Hope, now Hope UK, wanted to give people the option on whether or not they should have complete abstinence when it comes to the consumption of alcohol. Band of Hope was first proposed by Reverend Jabez Tunnicliffe, who was a Baptist minister in Leeds. In autumn of 1847, Tunnicliffe and other temperance workers founded Band of Hope. Their goal was to teach children the importance and principles of sobriety and teetotalism. In 1887, the organisation had about 1.5 million members out of 8 million young people in Britain. Here is a video of a Band of Hope demonstration that happened at the Brighton seafront in 1913. They got lots of children to promote abstinence. As one of the ways to convince a child's father to stop drinking, the children's horror, "Daddy coming home drunk," was a quote from a propaganda poster to promote this ideal to the men in the UK. As well as trying to convince the public to stop drinking alcohol, Band of Hope also warned people that they should not smoke, even before any medical evidence had arisen on the subject, and that we should also ban slavery. During the 1800s, while all of this was happening, the government set in motion a variety of laws that were created to restrict the amount of alcohol. In 1886, the law was passed allowing children to go to the bar, but only if the drink was intended for an adult. It was not until 1901 that the Intoxicating Liquors Sale to Children Act was repealed. This meant that anyone with an alcohol selling licence was not allowed to sell any alcoholic beverages to anyone under the age of 14. The penalty for breaking this law was 40 shillings for the first offence, then no more than £5 for any subsequent fines. After handing out a questionnaire about how our perspective on drinking has changed, and looking at all the responses, I have found out that over 92% of the vote said we should be given the option to drink instead of banning it. After watching this, has your perspective on alcohol changed?